Haribol and Hare Krishna to all my brothers and my sisters, and welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about one of the most important transits of 2026, Jupiter going into the exaltation of the sign of Cancer on June 1st. And this is going to be a major shift for the collective and for the individual. So let us check it out.
Shri Krishna
Jupiter is exalted in the sign of Cancer, which means that Jupiter can express its blessings in a stronger and purer way. This is the kind of transit that can restore faith, soften the heart, and heal family ancestral karma. Now, it could also bring protection growth where life has been feeling a little bit heavy and a little bit uncertain. Now, Cancer is a sign of the mother, the home, the emotional body, the emotional stability and security, the nourishment, belonging, ancestry, and what we need in order to feel safe enough to thrive. Such an important sign. So I'm going to break down in a few layers. First, we're going to be talking about how this means worldwide collectively and what can we expect in the next year transit, which is going to start on June 1st, and it's going to be all the way until November 1st. It's going to peek its head into the sign of Leo and then come back into the sign of Cancer on January 26, 2027. I'll also explain the deeper meaning of Cancer and why Jupiter becomes exalted in this powerful sign. And then I'll go through each individual horoscope so that you can understand what it means for your sign. Check your ascendant and your moon sign for Vedic astrological placements. If you do not know your Vedic astrological placements, check out in the description here below. You will find the link to my Vedic astrological calculator. And before we begin, let me introduce myself. My name is Vinodini Dasi. I am a Vedic astrologer, author, and practitioner of Bhakti Yoga. So if you are into Vedic astrology, self-development, and ancient knowledge, make sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you never miss any of the nectar. So this is going to be a powerful time for all of us. Let me pull the chart so that we can actually see how this transit will be affecting collectively to all of us. Here we can see the chart of the major aspects that we're going to be having for the rest of the year, at least until Jupiter goes into the sign of Leo on November 1st for a couple of months and then coming back into the sign of Cancer. So collectively, there is a major shift. The last time that we have Jupiter in the sign of Cancer was in 2015. So take a moment to just remember, what were you doing in 2015 and what came up for you during that time? Now Jupiter is coming back into this sign, and this one is a very different energy, and we're having a very unique transit of Jupiter in the sign of Cancer that we have not felt for more than 100 years. And the reason why is because of the aspects that are currently happening along with the other planets. First and foremost, the beginning of Jupiter going into Cancer will be on June 1st, and Venus will also be conjunct Jupiter, which is definitely the two gurus coming together. This is definitely having a very powerful new beginning and a very auspicious new beginning for all of us. But we need to understand that Jupiter works in mysterious ways. Jupiter doesn't work. Yes, Jupiter gives us blessings no matter what, but sometimes the blessing that we need or the medicine that we need may not be the most delicious medicine. It's kind of like when we're sick, we need to take some medicine, and the medicine may be bitter, may be weird tasting, and it might be uncomfortable to take it. But as we take this medicine, it's actually healing ourselves. And this is exactly how Jupiter also works. So yes, Jupiter can bring blessings, but when it comes into the sign of Cancer, it is bringing blessings of the inner heart. So it's not so much about satisfying our egos and satisfying our external wants and needs, but it is satisfying a deeper part of ourselves that deals with the heart matters. That's one thing that we need to keep in mind. But it is beautiful that we're having Venus come together with Jupiter exactly at the same time that Jupiter is also going into the sign of Cancer. Now, the aspects that are happening with the other major planets collectively is going to definitely bring massive shifts. First and foremost, Jupiter is going to be opposite of Pluto. That is definitely going to bring a massive revolution for all of us, as Pluto is sitting in the sign of Capricorn, giving us a lot of lessons around capitalism, work, discipline, responsibility, the government systems, the leaders in our lives. These are going through a massive revolution, a massive transformation. People are waking up to the lack of leadership, to the lack of responsibility, and how lack of responsibility, lack of discipline actually disempower us. And those of us who are embracing responsibility, embracing discipline, embracing self-restraint are gaining more and more power. Now, when we have it opposite, there is definitely a transformation that is going to happen at a deep level. And collectively, there will be a transformation in the financial system. I definitely do see that this is when we can start seeing a massive transformation in the financial system, going from a change in the Federal Reserve, a change in how we manage our economical life, a change in the way that we manage money is going to be something that we're going to be seeing. Also, there's going to be a transformation of the heart. So now what I've been understanding is it's so interesting to see how it's a time when technology is moving at a very fast pace, right? AI especially is becoming extremely powerful, extremely fast, is self-teaching itself everything, and it is outperforming absolutely everything and everyone. And so the pendulum is going so far towards technology and the advancements of technology that the aftermath or the reflection of this that we may not be understanding is that it also accelerates our spiritual evolution. How, you may ask? Because the more we go deeper into the Maya of technology, the illusion that technology gives us of effort, of accomplishment, of, now I'm so comfortable, I don't even have to lift a finger to even think or to do anything. This is also going to take the pendulum to the other side, where there's going to be a massive people who are super into technology and people who are going to be like, I don't really want to be involved in this. I want more spirituality in my life. I want how things were back in the day. We may see how a bunch of retro things, especially for the younger generations, is going to be more attractive than necessarily being in social media, than necessarily being in the latest AI technology and the latest craze of technology. People are going to be feeling like it's so much more cooler to not have an Instagram, to not be doom scrolling all day, to be present. It's so much better to just go for a walk in nature. There's going to be a revolution of what makes us truly happy, because that is the symbolism of Jupiter in Cancer. Cancer is the fourth house and is the house of the heart. It is the house where we find our true happiness, our true joy in life, where we feel at home, where we feel safe, where we feel that we belong. And this is so important for the human being's healthiness. And so we're going to see that people are going to start moving away from these superficial wants or superficial likes or superficial enjoyments. And they're going to start seeing there must be something deeper to life than just materials or superficialities or things like this. Why? Not only because of the massive aspect of Pluto transforming the heart, but also because Jupiter being in the sign of Cancer, Jupiter is also ruling Pisces, where Saturn currently lies. And Saturn is now transiting on the last nakshatra of Pisces. If you have not checked out my video on that, then definitely go check it out, because I go deep into what is the understanding of this and how major it is, and that the last time we felt this was 30 years ago. So the fact that all of this is aligning at the same time makes this Jupiter in Cancer extremely unique. Both of these water signs, Cancer and Pisces, and Jupiter is aspecting Saturn, we are feeling this very strong energy of being pulled towards escaping the material things of life that we're saturated from. We're saturated of the ads. We're saturated of the constant stimulation. We're saturated of the dopamine exploitation. We're saturated of all these things. And now what we are seeking is a little bit something more deeper, like peace, like mental stability, like feeling calm inside, feeling the joy of silence, the joy of meditation, the joy of yoga, the joy of connecting to spirituality. And so there is going to be a boom coming up for all of us collectively around these things. Of course, there's still going to be those people that are highly, prideful and stubborn about their advancements in technology, but they might suffer a lot more. So why all these advancements in technology? Because Rahu has been sitting in the sign of Aquarius. So the Maya is really pushing towards this advancement of AI and technology and all these things. But Rahu, it's also excess. It's also this energy of excess. Like, it's kind of like, if you go to a party and you're partying, let's say, for a whole 5 days straight without sleep, without eating, without water, and you just keep partying and partying and partying, eventually, by the 5th, 7th, 6th day, you might just be like, I don't want to party anymore. I want to go home. This is not fun anymore. Because we all have a threshold around our pleasure, especially when it comes to material pleasures. We cannot always be extremely happy all day, all the time, doing one sort of material pleasure for the rest of our lives. Even if we love chocolate, we cannot eat chocolate forever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever. Eventually, we're going to become sick. It makes us sick. So that is what's happening here with these energies. And now with Jupiter and Saturn coming into this alignment, it is definitely bringing the collective to want to have more enjoyment and pleasure coming from the simple things of life, from this peace of life, from the things that are not connected necessarily with technology, for the things that are connected more with transcendental knowledge, with spirituality, and with a deeper peace that we're truly seeking, so that we can have a happy heart, so that we can find true joy in the contentment of our lives and ourselves. And that's what Jupiter is bringing into our lives. We are releasing something, and this could look in different ways, where we're releasing maybe a dead-end job that we're tired of, or an addiction that we've been abusing for so long, or a lifestyle that is no longer serving us, or a doom scrolling that is not serving us, or even, I will say, a little bit of too much isolation. Because that's another thing that we've been seeing, is that as the advancements of technology happen, we are also seeing massive isolation, especially on the youth and everyone. And this may be mentally stimulating, and it may be a masturbation to our minds, but it is not bringing that happiness and joy into the heart. And the happiness and joy into the heart being in the energies of Cancer. Cancer is about family, it's about home. It's about finding the people, the tribe that you truly feel like you belong in. And it's not a solitary sign. Cancer is not a sign of solitude. Pisces is. But Cancer, it is not a sign of solitude. It is the sign of deep connection, especially to our mother, to those people that gives us immense feelings of contentment and safety and emotional happiness. And this is so important, because if we don't have emotional happiness, then we can't really move outside of the house. If we don't feel emotionally safe, how are we going to go and talk to the stranger? How are we going to go and make connections? How are we going to express ourselves? How are we going to let our talent shine? How are we going to let these things come through? So Cancer is not a solitude energy. It is a sign that is pulling us towards community and finding that home and family where we really feel like we belong. And so there's massive healings in ancestral karmas, massive healings with our mother, massive healings with family, massive healings in all these sectors. Recently, I saw this very beautiful psychologist who was doing a video saying that if we don't learn to take the gifts from our family, from our ancestors, we are always going to be feeling empty in the world, and we're always going to be looking for things to fill ourselves with, things, people, relationships, or situations to fill us in. But if we learn to take the gifts, and yes, of course, our family members are not perfect. And if you really feel like you've been doing the work, then the ultimate test is, can you go and be with your family? Can you go and unconditionally love them? Then this is where we really see how deep our healing has truly, truly gone into. But the connection with our family, and this is a great opportunity, especially if you feel like, no, I hate my family. I hate what they brought. They hurt me. They traumatized me. They were bad. They were mean. They were not perfect. It is a matter of forgiveness. Jupiter is teaching us that nobody is perfect. Nobody is a fixed person. Nobody. The only thing imperfect inside of us is our soul. And when we connect to our fathers and mothers and ancestors soul to soul, then we can adopt their gifts. Because yes, maybe they didn't give us some good things, but they do have some, good things to give us. And accepting those gifts fulfills us at a deeper level. And it gives us the emotional security to move out into the world without this neediness of belonging, or this neediness of like, I need this I need that, or I don't need anything. Like, it's like truly having a sense of fulfillment within our hearts. And this becomes even more powerful because by November 1st, when Jupiter goes into Leo, then we're going to be having this powerful conjunction with Jupiter and the energies of Ketu. And that, again, is bringing a massive, massive sense of renunciation, renouncing ourselves from our ego, because it's going to be in Leo, renouncing ourselves from this ego or this pretense or this mask that we wear to come more into the heart center or where we've been. With Jupiter in Gemini for the past year, it's all been this mental thing. It has been also aspecting Rahu. So it's been this mental evolution, mental stimulation, understanding, and that's why the AI and all these things in technology is like all this mental energy. And now that Jupiter goes into Cancer, is bringing all that mental energy down into the heart. And that is going to relax the anxiety, the nervousness, the restlessness, the confusion that sometimes too much Geminian energy can actually bring into our lives. So we are about to experience for the rest of the year a very interesting Jupiter in Cancer. It's not going to be the same for 2027. So the rest of the year, we're having this very unique transformation of the heart, of our emotions, of our sentiments, of our feelings. And with this, Jupiter will also transform the hearts of the world, will also transform the families. This is bringing back power to the family, power to the mother. I don't know if you guys heard that there's like a massive baby boom happening right now. So this is also like peak of baby booming. People are also going to want to go back into nature, want to go back into outside of the cities and go and live more in nature, live a more simple life, high thinking, for a happier joy, for a happier life. This could be the year where a lot of land gets bought, especially in the outsides of the cities. We're going to be seeing that there's going to be a big demand for land outside of cities. People are going to want to shift to a more natural state of living, and that is definitely going to bring joy and happiness. Coming back into our faith, coming back into a revolution, a spiritual revolution that is going to continue, and it's going to become even stronger with Jupiter in the sign of Cancer, really propelling us to find a deeper spiritual happiness that is beyond just material life, that is beyond just a dopamine exploitation, and to truly find a center in our hearts of contentment. Also with Uranus in the sign of Taurus, this is also an energy where it's telling us that through community, there's going to be a major transformation. Through community, through friendship, through coming back, because sometimes the Cancer energy can be quite isolating. We can isolate into our home because that's the only place we feel safe. But that's the shadow side of Cancer. And the Cancer is the one that really feels safe at home, inside himself, anywhere they are, not because of an external circumstance. They feel home and safe anywhere they are. When they step out of their home, when they go and talk to somebody, when they make a friend, when they decide to make a move or take a risk, it requires this emotional safety within. So Uranus is showing us that there's massive liberation happening for us as we connect back to community, connect back to others, as we connect back into friendships. This is going to elevate our lives and is going to help us to break on through from these patterns. So that is the collective energy. Now, why does Jupiter become exalted in the sign of Cancer? Because Jupiter is the grand benefic and Jupiter is the guru. And here, Jupiter is stepping into the center of the heart. The Cancer energy in our charts is where we lead with the heart and where we really build that emotional security within ourselves. This is so important. If we do not have emotional security in our lives, we may miss out on the gifts and the blessings that life has to give us. And it shows us that happiness is more simple. Sometimes we get confused and we think that the Capricorn energy is actually where we will find true happiness. If I am successful, if I am abundant, if I have a high status, if I have the life of the rich and the famous, if I have all these things that others are so lucky to have, if I had that position, if I had that role, if I had that power, then I'll be happy. How much has our society has fallen for this negative concept, for this farce, for this illusion? And in reality, the happiness does not lie in any of this. The happiness lies inside the Cancer energy. And to make it even a little bit more interesting, all the big families like the Rothschilds and all these people that are like the major families that are ruling the world, these people, even though they have so much power over the world and like they're going after world domination, these people are never looking at the energies of Capricorn. Never. And you can see it in their Masonic symbolistic symbols of their paintings and their drawings, their alchemical drawings. You're always going to find the arc, and in the center of the arc is the symbol of Cancer, not Capricorn. To them, the deeper your roots go, the deeper and stronger you make your home, your blood lineage, your family roots. That is true legacy that lives on, that is beyond just a business. So they told everybody to look at Capricorn while they're the ones having the true power in the energies of Cancer. So that's just a little side note to understand how powerful is the energy of Cancer and why is it that Jupiter becomes exalted here. Jupiter here can express itself in its most pure and delightful way, where it can finally bring immense blessings within our lives. So Jupiter here is definitely bringing a massive boost to the world. We're definitely going to see some collective transformations, coming back to what really makes us happy, coming back to what really makes our hearts sing with joy. And I would love to hear from you guys in the comments, like, what are you looking forward to the happiness and the joy that Jupiter is going to be bringing you guys for these energies of Cancer. Now, let us go into each individual sign to see what does it mean for Jupiter going into the sign of Cancer. Welcome, my beautiful Aries, for your horoscope on Jupiter transiting in the sign of Cancer. This works if you have a moon or ascendant in the sign of Aries. Now, for you, Aries, this is a powerful shift for the rest of 2026, where Jupiter is going from your third house to your fourth house. And this is going to be activating your Moksha Trikona, where both your fourth, your 8th and your 12th house are all going to be turning on. At the same time, we have Saturn in the 12th house as well. So for you, Aries, you are having one of the deepest emotional transformations of your life. And I know that you've been going through this transit of Saturn in the sign of Pisces, which has been releasing many things for you, has been transforming many things for you, have been purging many things for you. It's never easy. And you're also in the midst of your Sati Sati. You just started it. So it's always intense. And I totally understand. And I'm sending you all my strength and all my love. And I know that you're going to make it through. But this first phase of it, when Jupiter was in the sign of in the sign of Gemini, this was giving you more a mental transformation. a transformation around your mindset. Like, what are the poisonous thoughts that you're having? We need to let them go. The stories you're telling yourself, all these mental concepts. Now that Jupiter moves into your 4th house, this is a time where now the heart is going to be purified of the toxicity, of the pain, especially if there was pain in childhood, if there was pain with mother, if there was pain with father, if there was pain in your family, if there's pain in your past that you have not really dealt with, that you have not really worked through, that you have not really given it its time to be felt, then this is the moment where you are going to go deep into this ancestral healing. You, out of everybody, you're really having this deep ancestral healing at a very, very high level. And what Jupiter is promising you is that Jupiter can definitely help you to find a true happiness in your life, a true joy in your life. You know, when we don't forgive our parents, or when we're having like something with our families, or yes, we can turn around, we can ignore it, we can just turn the cheek and say, I don't even have to think about it. But that doesn't take the thorn away from the heart. That doesn't take that thorn out. It's still there, irritating the heart. And yes, we can get used to it. But what happens is that in order to get used to it, we have to harden our heart so it doesn't hurt. So here, Jupiter's giving you an amazing opportunity for you to take that thorn out. And yes, it may have to be like, I'm going to have to look into this. I'm going to have to go and talk to my parents. I'm going to have to finally face these emotional things. I'm going to have to make peace with my loved ones. I'm going to have to go and make my own family, or do my own family, or become my own mother, or become a mother or a parent and be the one that I would never had. So it's going to be different for everybody. But what Jupiter's promising you is that it's going to heal you from your past. Is going to heal your childhood wounds. And it's going to help you accept your imperfections and the imperfections of your family members to make peace in your life. Recently, I saw this video that it was saying, like, you know, we have all the knowledge now. We have that, you know, toxicity, and this is bad, and like the trauma, like we're so trauma informed now. But now our minds are thinking like, okay, then I have to find and I have to become a perfect person who's totally fixed, who has no wounds, who has no problems, and find another person who's just like that. And that's the only person that I will accept. And that's not love. That's not unconditional love. That is looking for the perfect product in someone else. So this is an opportunity to be like, you know what? I can live within the imperfections of myself and others. It's not a make it or break it. And I'm not saying, you know, stay in a toxic situation. Of course, if you're getting hit, if it's violence, and if it's, yes, leave. But if it's just the growth of another person can still love you so deeply, but they may not be so evolved psychologically and emotionally and everything, but that doesn't take away their love for you. So just the food for thought, because this Jupiter is definitely bringing you a massive, deep emotional healing to the root of yourself. This would be a great time for you to go back into your hometown, to go back into memory lane, to go back into your, you know, if you left your home country, like going back to your home country, or just even healing family matters, healing mother matters, you becoming a mother, you becoming a parent, you starting your own family. Jupiter here will bring you immense happiness if you decide to start your own family. This is also promising you that if you've been wanting to move, if you've been wanting to buy a home, if you've been wanting to buy land, if you've been wanting to buy a new car, if you've been wanting to maybe get new assets for yourself, Jupiter can definitely give you the best deal, and it will find you an incredible opportunity for you to do it and to bring you that joy and happiness of like, oh my God, this is the home that I've always looked for, that I always wanted in my life. So Jupiter can also promise you physically those things as well, and a lot of conveniences and luxuries like boats, cars, and homes this is a great time where you can definitely find all of that. So if any of this is resonating with you and you would like to know deeply more of how this is going to be affecting you, because it's going to be different for everybody according to their chart, their time of birth, and their dashas. So if you would like to know that, please book a consultation with me in the description here below, and we can go deeper into your chart here. So let us see some last messages for you, Aries, when it comes to Jupiter in the sign of Cancer transit. And we have surrender to play. I love this for you. Coming back into the lightness, like you are in the process of releasing emotional baggage that has robbed you from your innocence. And that's what Jupiter wants to bring you back into, this innocent, playful state. Take a break from overthinking, from demanding of yourself and others, and be more playful. Play is a time of recreation and rejuvenation. We also have surrender to non-action. With Jupiter aspecting your 12th house along with your 8th house, this is a transformation of your emotional world, psychological world, subconscious world, giving you deep, deep healing at this time. So do not focus on other people. Do not distract yourself. This is the moment for you to stand still, sit still, stop reaching for others, and just be in your own energy, be in your own power, and let others come to you. Okay, that is the best thing. And we also have surrender procrastination. So this could have been some sort of procrastination that you could have been doing, some emotional procrastination, psychological procrastination, subconscious procrastination, or it could be a more physical thing, like procrastinating something that you've been wanting to do, you've been wanting to take action on. So this is a Jupiter that's saying the time has come to release this procrastination, and this Jupiter will definitely help you and heal to do this at this time. Okay, if you can move to a new country, if you can move to another faraway land, I think this will be amazing for you, my beautiful Aries. Alrighty, Aries, those were your messages for this Jupiter in Cancer. Thank you so much for being here. Truly, truly appreciate you. And please let us know in the comments, what is it that you're hoping for and wishing for this Jupiter in Cancer to bring into your life, so that we can all root for you, pray for you, and bring you such good energy. Thank you so much for everything, Aries. And if you like them, make sure to give me a like and a hype. And also remember to leave us a comment. Alrighty, so that is for you. Now let us do our sign of Taurus. Welcome, Taurus, to your horoscope for this powerful Jupiter in the sign of Cancer. So for you, my beautiful Taurus, this works if you have your sun, your ascendant, or your moon sign in the sign of Taurus. And Jupiter has been sitting in your second house of money, teaching you a lot of things about self-esteem, confidence in yourself, and really appreciating your value and standing in your own personal values. Now, Jupiter going into the sign of Cancer is going to be stepping into your third house of the mind, of mindset, of networking, of marketing, of courage, of skills, of friendships, and everything that deals with the energies of interacting with your immediate environment. So here, it's a powerful time for you, my beautiful Taurus, because this is activating your Artha Trikona. No, your Kama Trikona. It's activating your Kama Trikona, which is the 3rd, 7th, and 11th house. So this is a time where life is really giving you the power to make your desires come true here. So the main theme here is growth through action. This is the house of effort. So either this is a time where you see the results of your efforts, that you've been putting a lot of effort into something for sure, but also this is a time to put the most effort, because there's something that can really transform here for you. This is not passive luck. This is not, it'll come by miracle. No, it is an expansion that is earned. So with this self-confidence that you have learned in the past year, and this boost of your identity, this is the moment to take action and to strike the iron while it's hot. Because this is a time where you can really be giving that expression, trying your best, creating, taking in risks, trying new skills. And anything that you do like this, Jupiter will bless you. will bless you for your courage. One of my favorite quotes that I'm saying right now that I'm like, I love this freaking quote and I'm just going to have it for the rest of my life is, no one regrets being brave. No one regrets being brave. And I'm not talking about bravery of following somebody to jump off a cliff or to jump off. No. I'm talking about bravery of the heart. Speaking your truth. Taking action. Going for something. Talking to that person that you never talked to. Being honest about your truth and your communication. This is what the third house is. It says a lot about communication, but it comes from the communication of having the courage to speak up. Having the courage to ask the question. Having the courage to say, hey, I don't understand, or I don't know, or what is this, or how come this? That takes courage. It takes courage to say your truth. It's easier to stay quiet, but it's harder to speak up. And it takes bravery. So let that quote be something for you. Nobody regrets being brave. And so here what you can expect is massive growth in your communication and in your skills. So if you work with any sort of communication from, social media to writing, to speaking, to podcasting, to marketing, this is an amazing time for you, my beautiful Taurus. Amazing time for you to get yourself out there. If you've been thinking about doing this, where you're like, okay, I want to start my own thing, but I have to kind of put myself out there, let people know what I do, start some sort of representation, some sort of social media, or I always wanted to write that book, or I always wanted to speak in the public. You have a message, and this is the moment to say your message. This is the moment to deliver this message to the world, and it's going to be so heard, especially if the message deals with emotional happiness, if it deals with ancestral healing, if it deals with something that really speaks to the hearts of the world, that it comes from the heart, from your heart to others. If it's about mothering, if it's about family, if it's about emotional intelligence, if it's about happiness and growth and joy, this are amazing topics for you to express at this time right now. This is a great time to teach, to write, to speak, to market your own work, to grow in social media, to grow a presence and a digital presence of some sort. This is a powerful time for this. So your voice may naturally reach more people during this transit because Jupiter is expanding all of these things for you. And people may also feel more inspired by your message. So don't stay quiet. You have right now the power of the word, my beautiful Taurus. You have an amazing ability to bring back, to boost people's lives. So take it. This also is going to bring a lot of creative confidence that it's going to expand. So if you always wanted to learn a skill, if you always wanted to learn an instrument, if you always wanted to learn to sing, if you always wanted to learn and go back to school, or if you wanted to get that license, or if you wanted to get that course going, or if you wanted to launch a course, great time to do it. This is a time where you are going to feel more inspired. You're going to feel more expressive. You're going to be more willing to share your truth, and you're going to be more motivated to start projects. The idea here is finish the projects, of course, because as Jupiter is aspecting your 11th house, there could be great possibilities for collaborations, especially collaborating with more serious people, more adults, like more grown-up people, more people that are going to take you seriously, so that you can make your dreams come true. And also Jupiter aspecting your 7th house, this is bringing you a great ability for you to make friends, to connect, to make business partnerships, and to even heal your relationships. If you don't have a partner at this time, Jupiter can definitely bring you great opportunities for finding a great partner, love partner, or an amazing business partner. If you're currently in a relationship, this Jupiter transit is definitely going to protect your relationship as well and make it a lot better for the both of you. So this is definitely supporting a lot of creators, educators, astrologers, entrepreneurs, especially entrepreneurs. If you've been wanting to launch your own thing, great time to do it. So with this, because it is increasing your courage, you're taking healthy risks. Okay. And you're also believing in yourself a lot more. This is a time to truly practice a lot of positive thinking, faithful thinking. Say nice things to yourself. Do a lot of mirror work, and you're just like, I can do this. I got this. I'm capable. I have something amazing to share. I have something to give to the world. Like, say beautiful things to yourself. Contradict those negative thoughts. Cleanse your mind from those negative, pesky thoughts that don't allow you to truly, express yourself as best as possible. Time to cleanse and bring the light within your mind. This also gives you, it helps you to move past any self-sabotaging tendencies. It helps you to move past fear and judgment. And it also helps you to step into leadership through your communication. So you really grow by trying, by putting yourself out there. So this is an amazing time to do it. So great time for connections, great time for networking, great time for you to get out of the house and just meet people, talk to people, share with others. This is the time to build that audience, to communicate, to bring us some sort of growth in community, especially because Uranus is in your sign, Taurus. So you're like the unique one. You're like, whoa, you're different. You're cool. You've got something else. You think outside the box. You have not right now that torch of like, I'm the outside thinker who's going to expand the consciousness. So that is super powerful. Super, super powerful. This can also take you to some short travels, studying something new, maybe, doing a lot of traveling, a lot of camping, and also teaching more publicly and sharing more knowledge overall. Now, the one thing you have to watch out for is that you may start overcommitting too much, that you may be talking more than acting. We want to stay away from this, having too much of a scattered focus, taking too many things at once. So really try to own in and not get too scattered into everything, starting many things and not having consistency with them, and, ego through validation and attention. So be careful with these things, okay? But nonetheless, you can really grow your faith through just taking action. And courage really creates your destiny at this time. So very, 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 very powerful energies for you. Now, let us look a little bit deeper into your messages. What else do we have for Taurus when it comes to Jupiter in the third house? What else do we have for Taurus for Jupiter transit in the third for Taurus? And we have reward yourself. Yes. I really feel like this is a time where you're really going to be seeing the results of your hard work. Okay? The results of everything that you've been putting out there, how you've been putting yourself out there, if you've been doing this. And even if you haven't, reward yourself for every little courageous step that you take. Every courageous little step that you take. Acknowledge that you are stepping out of your comfort zone. Acknowledge that you are trying your best. Acknowledge that you are being courageous. And this is a great way to reward yourself for your growth. We also have, yes, relationships. Relationships are going to be huge. This is going to be an amazing time for you to just meet the right people for all situations, for collaborations, for love, for business partnerships. So this is not a solitude transit. It's a transit that wants you to get out there, talk to people, and put yourself out there, because you're just going to meet the perfect people. And go for it. I love this for you. Just go for it, Taurus. Go for it. Don't think about it too much. Follow your heart. Be brave. Nobody regrets being brave. Okay? And if any of these things are resonating with you, then I highly suggest that if you would like to see deeper into your chart, because this is just a general reading, if you want to go deeper, because it changes according to the sign, according to the time, according to your own personal dasha system and everything that's going on. If you want to go deeper into that, then have a reading with me. Check out in the description here below how it is that you can book a reading with me today. Alrighty, Taurus, those were your messages. Thank you so much for being here. And if you like these messages, make sure to give me a like and hype, and also leave us a comment. Let us know what it is that you wish to have and what you wish to get into in this life when it comes to this Jupiter in Cancer transit, so that we can all root you here. Alrighty, so now we're going to be doing our beautiful sign of Gemini. Welcome, Gemini, to your horoscope for this powerful energies of Jupiter in Cancer. So Jupiter has been sitting in your sign. For anybody who has a sun, ascendant, or moon in the sign of Gemini, Jupiter has been sitting in your sign, and this has been giving you a big new beginning of life. Now, great time to have started something. If you didn't start something, you're not late, but it's just giving you the open new energy towards this new life, towards a new expansion in yourself, towards a new horizon. Okay, what's in the past is in the past, and now you're moving towards something new, towards something better. You were gaining a lot of wisdom. There was a lot of growth and wisdom during this past year. But now then Jupiter is going to be going into Cancer. Now Jupiter is going to be going into your second house of money, abundance, and prosperity, baby. This is some really good news for you, which means that you can expect a great expansion in your abundance. But before we get into the abundance, before we get into the money aspect, before we get into the material wealth, Jupiter here is first going to take you through a growth of your self-esteem and your self-worth. And this has to be established, my beautiful Gemini, before we can actually collect the money and the prosperity and the assets. Now, if you are already a person with very strong self-esteem and very strong self-confidence in yourself, then great, amazing. Then you may see more money quicker than others. But if we have been struggling with money, if we have been struggling with our confidence, if we have been struggling with our self-esteem, Jupiter here is really going to help you to heal this at the core level, my beautiful Gemini. It's going to help you heal it by bringing you back to your main values in life. And this can also give you a very strong sense of stability. So here, what Jupiter wants you to feel and do is you need to really follow a value system that really calls to your true happiness of the heart. Okay? True joy of the heart, your heart's desires. Are your heart's desires in alignment with your values? There's like this feeling of like, yes, I want to have money and I want to have security and I want to, not struggle in life, but I don't like to work. I don't like money. I don't like to, follow the system. Like if there's these contradictions within, then it's going to make it harder. So it's like really finding those heart's desires, being honest with your heart's desires, and really aligning your values with that. Jupiter here is also going to expand your family and your lineage. Some of you guys may be having children or, establishing a deeper sense of home and family, establishing a deeper sense of values within the home, and like really embodying like, okay, if I'm about this, I'm going to embody it every single day. If I am about what I say that I do, what I say that I am, then I'm really going to embody this. If I am, a Christian, then I'm really going to embody these Christian values. If I am, if I'm a Krishna consciousness, and I'm really going to embody these values truly. So establishing that is going to be more strong within you. It's also going to give you more confidence and self-worth to speak up, to use your voice, your speech and your communication to speak up about your values and what matters to you. You also become a lot more stronger at not betraying yourself. If you've been having issues with food, where maybe you eat for anxiety or you eat because of emotional eating, Jupiter here is also going to heal this for you. So this is a very supportive and abundant transit because Jupiter naturally expands whatever it touches. So the second house being this house of wealth, resources, and long-term security, it wants to expand these things for you, my beautiful Gemini. It really wants to help you. So the main theme here is what you cultivate internally begins to manifest externally. Okay, that is what you're going to start seeing. So ask yourself, what do I truly value? Make at least 5 values that is like, these are the things that are most valuable to me. Family, spirituality, health, whatever they are. You can even do quizzes online to try to find them. And also ask yourself, how do you speak to yourself and others? Like, what is the confidence that you have? And are you building stability or chasing temporary fulfillment? These are the questions we need to ask ourselves at this time so that Jupiter can really bring you massive expansion and opportunities in increasing your income, in bettering your financial opportunities, in making you, a new business that can grow here for you, investments in long-term stability that can come for you, or even a greater confidence around money overall, especially since Saturn has been in your 10th house really, really, really bringing it down. I know, Gemini, it's been tough. But now Jupiter's going to be aspecting Saturn, and now there's going to be a purpose to all this, to all the pressure and the suffering and and the things that have been happening with work. If you've been feeling like work has been stuck or you've been in a stuck place, Jupiter here wants to unstuck you. But the only way for you to do it is that you have to have confidence in yourself, confidence in your skills, and confidence for you to speak up. Oh, but it's my boss. Well, sometimes you need to really speak up. And I'm not saying to be violent, and I'm not saying to be mean, and I'm not saying to, insult everybody. No, I'm saying be assertive and be about your word and like speak with integrity and like don't ignore that. And when you speak like that, I'm telling you, people are going to give you more respect. People are going to be like, damn, you really told us, like you really spoke up. Like we needed to hear that. And you could be the person that helped, but it can only come if you have enough self-worth and self-esteem on yourself to make this happen. So the only thing that we have to watch out for is when Jupiter's in here, that we can also start doing overspending, okay? This could be the time where you actually buy something really expensive. You buy land, you buy a home, you buy a car, or something that is like an asset, so try to, if more money's coming in, doesn't mean that you need to spend it all immediately. So try to budget yourself. You can also overindulge here. So that's the shadow aspect of this Jupiter in the second house, where you're overindulging, overeating, overconsuming, and also excess generosity with others. So try to be a little bit leveled in these things. Now, your voice is going to gain more power. As I mentioned, your speech is going to gain more power, especially if you have teaching ability, public speaking, if you're a content creator, if you work in any sort of communications. This is the time where it's really going to be very powerful, because the wisdom that you share through your words is going to be heard. So this is not the time for you to shy away or be reactive in your communication. This is the time to be responsive, but also don't overthink to the point that you're not going to say nothing or beating around the bush. So maybe they get it. No. Say it straight forward. And that's going to be very good for you. This is excellent for anybody who uses their voice, or any financial person, or a person that wants to increase their abundance for their family. Very powerful. This is also healing the self-worth, as I mentioned. So this is the time to learn anything around receiving help, receiving, resources, abundance. Also deserving of abundance, feeling deserving that, yes, I am deserving of this prosperity. I am deserving of this abundance in my life. And also rebuilding the confidence, especially if you have not felt confident in your body or have not felt confident in yourself. Like this is the time to rebuild that confidence within yourself. And also healing scarcity mindset. If you've been feeling these feelings of lack, this is the time where Jupiter is really trying to help you. This is when abundance begins with inner value, by valuing ourselves deep down inside. This also deals with family, as I mentioned. So family, healing family relationships, making your family stronger, establishing a stronger security for your family. You may have a greater responsibility towards family at this time. There could be a reflection of ancestral patterns around your self-worth. So you could also be seeing like, oh, wow, like this self-worth has been passed on because of this person, because of my ancestors, because of my family members. But that doesn't mean that, that you have to stay with them. You can also change them. And nourishing and pleasure. So this is a time for better quality food, more luxurious and comfort life that can come to you after you learn all these lessons. You can definitely beautify your environment. You can have more emotional nourishment overall. So this is a great time. This is really teaching you, my beautiful Gemini, that wealth without wisdom creates emptiness, and that your words create reality. So choosing the words wisely, with intention, and that self-worth influences what you attract in your life. So all of these things are becoming stronger and stronger in you, which is definitely going to help you with the Saturn transit in the 10th house. That is also being something very intense for you at this time. And at the same time, your 6th house is also being aspected. So your Artha Trikona, your Trikona of desire, of money, of abundance and prosperity is being turned on here for you. So there's definitely going to be a big boost here. And maybe sometimes the money is not coming in because of some emotional block. So that is what is also being transformed for you deep down inside. Now let's see what else do we have for Gemini when it comes to this Jupiter in the second house for Gemini for this transit of Jupiter in the second house. And we have donations, tithing, and charitable work. So if you're somebody who's making a lot of money, great time to give, okay? If you're not in abundance, then this is showing you that you are giving your work away for free. You are not asking. You don't feel like you're deserving to ask for what it is that you've been putting out, or your skills, or what you can bring to the table. And this is affecting your self-esteem. It's not like, oh, but I'll just wait for them to see and then they'll just naturally give me. No. I'm telling you, Gemini, and especially in this capitalistic society, if you don't speak up and say, hey, I demand that you pay me more and I demand that you pay me what I deserve because this is the work that I've put, this is what I've been putting, then nobody's going to do this. People really think that, oh, they just love working for free. They just love going the extra mile. They just love giving, more of themselves. Nobody's ever going to come and be like, wow, I see you doing extra work, so I decided to pay you more. No. You have to prove that you've been doing extra work. You have to prove that your work is so valuable. And then you ask for what you deserve. I need you to pay me this much. That is something that is going to boost your confidence and your self-esteem. Also, we have a quiet retreat. Some of you guys need a lot of time in reflection, a lot of time in solitude, a lot of time in silence. There might be a lot of noise on the internet, a lot of noise on the computer, a lot of noise on social media, a lot of noise. And this is just noise that is not allowing you to really see clearly and to really understand what it is you need to understand. So some of you guys really need to balance out your daily life with okay, I take time off where I just go into silence, where I just go and walk in nature, where I just disconnect myself from all the noise and all the, and all the stimulation. And it's in those moments that you're going to be getting some aha moments. It is in those moments that you're going to be getting some powerful realizations and ideas. And it's going to make space for this abundance and prosperity to truly come into your life. And we have block out the distractions. Yes. This, I feel like it's the number one thing for you, Gemini, is that there's just, you need to have the strong self-will of blocking out the distractions. And you know what your distractions are. I'm distracted by the phone. I'm distracted by too many tabs in my computer. I'm distracted because I'm trying to do 7 things at once. I'm distracted because I'm trying, be focused. Write down the things you need to truly be focused on. Own in. Control your ability to get scattered. And when you start focusing, that is when you're really going to start reaching some powerful energies, and that's going to boost your confidence because now you're focusing on things that are truly going to get done, and then you scratch them off the list, and that's going to boost your confidence. Fragmenting yourself and doing a gazillion things at once and not finishing anything does not boost your confidence. So if you feel like you resonate with any of these messages, then I highly suggest that you get a reading with me, because it could be very different. These are just general readings. If you have a different time, different dasha system, or different situation, then I highly suggest that you book a consultation with me. In the description here below, you will be able to find a link for that. And that is for you, my beautiful Gemini. I hope that this helped. If you like them, make sure to give me a like and a hype, and also leave us a comment. Let us know what it is your wish for this exalted Jupiter transit in your life, so that we can all root for you and that we can all really be here for your blessings. Alrighty, Gemini, that's for you. And now we're going to be doing our beautiful Cancers. Welcome, Cancer, to your horoscope for this Jupiter in the sign of Cancer. So with you, Jupiter, you are the star. Cancer, you have been going through a past year of a lot of purging and endings, isolation, transformation. And this needed to happen, because you were emptying yourself from a life of 12 years. Like since 2015, I want you to remember, what was I doing in 2015? 2015, you started something, you started dedicating yourself to something, and you've been building all this life until now, until 2026. And 2026 and 2025 were the time to just, okay, that's that. We're closing this chapter, we're closing this path, and we're going into something new. And now that Jupiter is going into your sign in June, Cancer, this is amazing news for you. First and foremost, that energy where you can move forward is finally over. Where you're like, I'm trying to take one step forward and I take 3 back. I'm trying to move towards the future and it doesn't let me. It's like the past keeps following me around. It's like I thought I had healed this, but it's still here. That is coming to an end. And this could have been a time where many things ended for you. That you were like, man, I never thought I was going to finish that job. I never thought I was going to leave that relationship. I never thought that, I was just going to, close that chapter. It has been closed. And now you're going into your new life. Congratulations, my beautiful Cancer. I know that this is so excited for you. And this is powerful time because now your energies of your Dharma Trikona are being turned on, which means that your 1st, your 5th, and your 9th house are all being turned on at this time, my beautiful Cancer. And this means that you are now having the opportunity to truly align with your Dharma, to truly align with your purpose in life, with your divine calling. And this is so, so powerful because now that you've been empty completely and you're like, okay, I'm so empty. Now you're getting ready to be filled up again. Life is going to bring you more now, new things, new beginnings, new life, a new job, a new relationship, a new partnership, a new path. For those of you who don't have any of those things. So this is a very wonderful time. So you're coming out of the closet. And I don't mean in like, homosexual way. Like, I mean in like, you're coming out of the isolation, the purging period, the darkness. It's like you did it. You went through it. And now life is like a new beginning, Cancer. And you had to look at all those things. You had to look of like, oh my gosh, my subconscious still has this. I'm still struggling with that. I'm still struggling with the other thing. You needed to go through those things to actually see, is this the person I really want to be? Is this the person who I really want to be? And now life is saying, let's transform you into the person you really want to be, Cancer. Who do you truly want to be? Who do you really want to step into? Like, let us step into a more authentic version of yourself. That is a benefit for you and all, a deeper happiness, a deeper truth of your life. So when Jupiter comes here, you are definitely having a powerful time of personal transformation. This is what I love to call the reinvention period. This is the perfect time for you to reinvent your image, reinvent your identity, reinvent yourself, reinvent how you want to move in the world, reinvent how you want to carry yourself in the world. This is the moment to reinvent your whole identity. And it's not that there's nothing wrong with your older identity. It's just that as we grow and evolve, we are growing into a more truer version of ourselves. And that's what this next year is all about for you. How to become more authentic. So in a physical form, yes, you can change your body, you can change your image, you can change your style, you can change your look, you can embrace a new personality, a new identity, a new way of presenting yourself. If everybody knew you as the rocker, the isolated person, or the emo, or whatever, now it's like you can transform yourself into something new. So I really suggest for you, my beautiful Cancer, to do a vision board, okay? Do a vision board where you can truly see the new you. What do they look like? What do they smell like? What do people feel after they talk to them? How do they express themselves? What do they leave people with where they're like, wow, that person's really freaking cool? What is that thing for you? And if you had gone through a lot of isolation, my beautiful Cancer, if you've been like, I've been isolated, I've been in my little cocoon, I've been hiding away in my home, now Jupiter is like, now time to shine and to go outside and to let yourself be seen. You are the one with Jupiter in your sign. So you are the wise one. You are the one who everybody's looking up to. And this is the moment to get into alignment with these things. Now, with Saturn in the 9th house, there has been a lot of pressure on really believing in yourself. What do you believe in overall? What is your faith overall? What is your philosophy? And does that philosophy and belief system help you to really become a better version of yourself? This is a time for a true look in the mirror. This is so personal, Cancer. It has nothing to do with anybody else. This is such a personal time where you have to become self-aware. This is what I look like. This is what people are perceiving in me. This is what I'm giving off. And is this really my intention or is it not? And to shift it and to transform it into a person that truly believes in themselves, into a person who truly has faith, into a person who has positivity, expansion, optimism, faith in themselves, and that they spread that energy around. They're a light to be with. They're a delight to be with. And this is what you are transforming yourself into. A great time for you to transform your body. If you've been struggling with body, where you're like, I don't like the way that I feel, I don't like the way that I look, I want to lose weight, I want to gain muscle, whatever it is. This is the perfect time for you to really transform your image. Change the way that you like how you are walking, how you walk, how you present yourself. Really define yourself. That is what this whole energy is about. A perfect moment for you to truly define who you are. A new version of yourself that is coming to you in the next upcoming 12 to 13 years. What is this new version of yourself? Let's see. And if there has been negative, like self-defeating beliefs around your image, this is the moment to let them go. This is the moment to truly, release outdated beliefs about yourself deeply. Let's see, what else do we have for my beautiful Cancers for this transit in Jupiter in Cancer? And we have play. So playing is going to bring you back to your heart. Playing is going to bring you back to that joy and happiness, because this is what the Jupiter in Cancer wants to give you, true joy and happiness and fulfillment. That things don't need to be sad. Like, let this new era be a more playful era. It doesn't have to be so serious. It doesn't have to be so strict. It doesn't have to, yes, have discipline. Yes, have self restriction, but be playful. Allow yourself to be in play. Allow yourself to have fun. Allow yourself to be in a more joyful state. This is the perfect timing. Now is the perfect timing. Now, before it wasn't, before you had to wait a little bit longer, before you were like, okay, I'm waiting. Why am I waiting? Like, now is the perfect timing to move forward with everything. And energy work. Yes. This is the number one thing that we're truly working on with this Jupiter in the first house. Shifting your vibe and your energy. If your energy has been small, meek, you don't say nothing, you keep to yourself, you don't want to bother, you don't want to step on people's toes. And your energy, you keep it small. Your energy, you keep it hidden. The energy, you keep it isolated. This is the shift of energy. No, shifting into confidence, security, expression, feeling good in your body, feeling the joyfulness of life, having this happiness, having this optimism, having this faith, having this inner security. This energy shift, a shift of your vibes is what is happening for you at this time. So if you're resonating with anything that I have mentioned, then I definitely suggest that you get a personal reading with me, because this is just a general reading. And if you want to go deeper into your personal life, we can see, because it changes according to the time that you were born, your dasha period that you're currently in, and so much more. So if you want to know more about it, definitely book a consultation with me in the description here below. So that is for you, my beautiful Cancer. I hope that they help. Love you guys so much. And remember that if you like them, make sure to give me a like and a hype, and also leave us a comment. Tell us, what is your wish for Jupiter in Cancer and how it is that you want to see your life transform. Here, we can definitely cheer you on and give you amazing, amazing good energy for this new beginning. Alrighty, Cancer, those were your messages. And now we're going to be doing our beautiful Leos. Welcome, Leo, to your horoscope for this powerful energies of Jupiter in the sign of Cancer. Jupiter has been sitting in your 11th house of friendships, expansions of gains, expansions of networking. You've had a whole year to truly get connected to more friends, to more gains, and to establish more of like your dreams coming true. And now Jupiter is stepping into Cancer. And now, first and foremost, my beautiful Leo, I want you to know that you are going through a very powerful time of cleansing of your spiritual and emotional self. And I know that we've been talking about Saturn in your 8th house and how it has been doing this psychological cleanse. And we're still in it, and you're still in it for another year or so. But now you are having extra help. Now there's an extra filter to the energies within. This transit for you is more spiritual than ever. My fire signs are going through a very spiritual, enlightened time. But you, especially Leo, you're going through a very deep, deep transformation. And this transformation is begging for you to surrender. Surrender to where life is purifying you in. You are having the most powerful transformation around your attachments. Ketu's in your sign, which has been, detaching you from many things. Saturn has been in your 8th house, showing you the traumas and the fears and the things where we want to control and where we want to seem perfect, but internally we're suffering and we need to work on those shadows. And now Jupiter entering into your 12th house. This is a time of massive, massive endings. Endings of a way of being, endings of a way of carrying your life, endings of things like it could even be an ending to a career, an ending to a love, a toxic love relationship that is no longer serving you, an ending to an era where it's just like you've done it, you've already done it, you've went through it, and you've done it. Now the good thing is that by November 1st, Jupiter is gonna peek into your energy, Leo, and that's gonna feel like you're gonna take a breath. You're gonna be like, oh, okay, now I understand why I'm going through all of this. It does feel better to surrender. It does feel better to let go of all this past baggage and carriage and attachments, because that's really what's happening with you. It's like Jupiter's really helping you to release attachments. Any attachments to an idea what your life should have been, any attachments to a certain thing, any attachments to something you're prideful about, any attachments. Jupiter here is like, we're getting rid of those attachments. We are getting rid of all these attachments that have caused you pain, that have caused you suffering, and that you just feel like you need to be attached to these things, but life is like, no, you don't. You don't need to be attached to these things. So Jupiter here is encouraging you to fully let go. Fully let go. If you've been struggling with the psychological, transformation, somatic healing and psychological healing, and it's just been like, God, like the wound's still there, Jupiter here is going to really help you to fully elevate it. This is an amazing time for traveling abroad. If you can, take a sabbatical. It would be amazing for you, Leo. That is my best advice for you. Take a sabbatical. Even if it's at least a month, even if you're like, I can't take a sabbatical, I have to always be here. Like, take at least a sabbatical month. And if you can, more. Airbnb your house, leave for a big time, leave for a little bit, not a little bit, a lot. Leave for the whole summer. And if you can, leave for the whole rest of the year until November. That will be amazing for you, Leo. Oh, but I can't let go of this. I can't let go. No, yes, you can. You know there's something in you that wants to let it go. You're like, I'm so done with this job. I'm so done living in this place. I'm so done with this thing. Like there's something in you that's like, I'm just so done with it. I want to let it go. Let it go. It would be amazing for you, Leo. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Especially if you go to like a yoga retreat, a spiritual retreat, a meditation retreat. an ashram, a temple. You go to a pilgrimage. You go to an ayahuasca ceremony in Peru, or you stay with the indigenous people for a week. You go into a silent retreat. Any of these things will be incredible for you, my beautiful Leo, and it will be life-changing, and it's going to purify so many things that need to be purified that have not been purified yet. You're in the process of purging everything out, and this is like accelerating this purge. You've been in the purge with Saturn in the 8th, but now with Jupiter aspecting it, and also your 4th house, like really like pushing and cleansing your heart, your subconscious, your psychology. This is the moment to really do it. You can have insane dreams right now, insane astral traveling right now. If you wanted to turn on your Kundalini, you definitely can. If you've been wanting to get that yoga certification, you definitely can. If you've been wanting to, really take your spirituality to a whole new level, this is the moment. This is the time to do it. And it's going to feel so good for you. This is like the best thing you can do with this aspect. If you try to stay in your current life, if you try to hold on to the attachment of the daily routine, of the daily job, of the daily relationship that you can no longer stand, if you try to just like, I don't want to change, I'm afraid of change, and I'm just going to hold on to all these things, you're going to suffer more. It's going to feel more horrible. Either life takes it away from you or you willingly release it. That's what Jupiter wants to show you. And don't see it as something bad. This is not bad. It's the illusion to think that it's a loss. Oh, but I'm going to lose my job. I'm going to lose this relationship. No, you're going to liberate yourself from a terrible condition that you know you're not happy in. If you are extremely happy, then God doesn't have to take that away from you. Jupiter is just going to take away what deep down inside in your heart is not in alignment with you anymore. So let us look a little bit deeper into your messages here. Isolations will be great. Meditation will be great. Yoga would be great. Astral traveling, sleeping, resting. This is not the time to start a new project, start a new thing, start a new life. This is not the time to, I just want to push forward towards the future and start doing this. No. Finish, close, end. In November 1st, now we can see like, oh, okay, now this is really what I want to start. I want to do. Okay, what do we have for Leo when it comes to Jupiter in Cancer for Leo? Surrender your comparison to other people. So this could be the thing that keeps us in a life that is not for us. The comparison to other people. Oh, but they already have marriages. They already have a family. They already have children. They already have their life together. They already are in this place. Like, don't compare yourself to other people. You are in your own journey. Why does Gemini get to have money and I have to go through this? Like, don't. Leo, it's your thing. And see it as like a break. Don't you want a break? From the hustle and the bustle and the doing and the performing and the I need to look perfect all the time. Like, don't you want a break? Later, once November comes in and Jupiter goes into your sign, the break is over. And then you'll be like, man, I wish I would have taken that vacation to Costa Rica and chill for some time. So take your break. And here, what we're learning is keeping your eyes to yourself. Don't look at what other people are doing. Detox from social media. Detox from comparing your life to others. We also have surrender to your intuition. That is what's going to be popping for you. Your intuition is going to be so strong at this time. And that's why you need solitude, isolation, disconnection to truly listen to your intuition, because your intuition is going to give you the answers. It's going to tell you through here. This is the new path. This is the new life. This is the new way. And as I mentioned, you can really Airbnb your place. You have a good aspect towards your 4th house. You can do it for sure. And surrendering low self-esteem. So that is what is being pulled out of your subconscious. Deep. Jupiter is deeply pulling this root out of any remnants of low self-esteem that we may have in our subconscious, knowing or unknowingly, where, we really are ready to deserve love, abundance, prosperity, and everything. So this is a time to set that intention, to identify low remembrance of low self-esteem, so that we can really step out of these things and soar in our new life. So that is for you, my beautiful Leo. Remember, these are general messages. It changes according to your dasha, your time of birth, and everything. You're going to be having a different summary of what is going on and prediction of what is going on in your life. So if you would like me to look into your chart, then definitely book a consultation with me in the description here below, so that you can be prepared for this very powerful and transformative time, my beautiful Leo, so that it doesn't feel like massive suffering. Alrighty, those were your messages. If you like them, make sure to give me a like and hype, and also leave us in the comments what is your wish for this upcoming Jupiter exalted in Cancer, and what are you hoping to get from it, so we can all cheer you on, my beautiful Leo. That is for you. And now we're going to be doing our beautiful Virgos. Welcome, Virgo, to your horoscope for this Jupiter in the sign of Cancer. And Jupiter has been sitting in the past year in your 10th house of career, giving you a lot of opportunities for expansions in a new career, in a new path in your purpose in life, in your business. This is also helping you to ascend to the higher corporate ladder. Some of you guys decided to open your own business. Some of you guys decided to go into becoming independent people, taking leadership roles in a different way. Nonetheless, this was a whole year of great opportunities at work. Okay? And if you lost your job during this time, it was because life wanted you to really get into alignment with what you really came here to do. Okay. So we always have to see that everything is mercy, even though when it looks like it is not mercy, like it is a punishment, it's always mercy. Now, with Jupiter going into the sign of Cancer, Jupiter is now going to be moving into your 11th house. This is giving you a great opportunity for big gains, for expanding your social networks, for expanding your social circle of friends, for expanding your gains in life. So now that you've ascended to a higher level of career, now this is the time where you start seeing the big gains from it, where you start seeing good collaborations coming to it. Overall, this is a Jupiter that is promising you some dreams and desires to come true. That's what Jupiter wants to bring into your life here. Now, Jupiter here is turning on your Kama Trikona, where it's aspecting your 7th and your 3rd house. So now this is a time of great socializing, my beautiful Virgo, okay? Jupiter in Cancer wants you to socialize. And a lot of the friends and networks of people that you want to socialize with are people who are nourishing to you, nurturing to you, who are motherly to you, or that you can be motherly to. And that is like the best friends that you can possibly get in your life. So here, finding your tribe, finding your soul tribe is literally one of the greatest gifts that Jupiter is going to give you. So Jupiter here doesn't want you to stay isolated, Virgo. You just went through a little bit of a pump in your work and in your career. So Jupiter is like, let's keep working forward. Like, let's keep getting ourselves out there, collaborating with others. The dreams have not come to a full completion yet. So Jupiter wants you to socialize, to network, to connect with others. This is a great time where you can actually find amazing business partners, or even a beautiful love partner, especially because Saturn is in your 7th house. So for those of you who have been adverse to finding love, or who have been, like, oh no, not yet, I'm not ready to commit, I'm not ready to do it, then Jupiter here might help you to just find the perfect partner to really be more with a perfect partner that is like, this is the person that you can really build a life with, that you can really build a home with. So here Jupiter is definitely blessing you in this matter. Jupiter is also asking for you to be courageous to talk to others, to make friends, to expand your networks of people, to be serious about your connections, to be serious about your commitments. And if you're doing this, Jupiter will definitely bless you with your dreams coming true. If it's love, if it's a business partnership, if it's expanding money in your life, or just giving you more gains in life. This is a great time for great prosperity coming through socializing and coming through getting to know other people and other people getting to know you. Okay, this is a community energy and a friendship energy. So let us look a little bit deeper into your messages. What else do we have for Virgo when it comes to the energies of Jupiter in the sign of Cancer? What do we have for Virgo when it comes to the energies of Jupiter in the sign of Cancer? And we have a blessing in disguise. Yes, things with relationships have been a little bit tough. And life now is showing you that this is all a blessing in disguise, because it's really showing you what is the relationships that you truly want to commit to in your life. And now Jupiter is expanding, is showing you, look, there's plenty of people to try this with, to make friends with, to make it happen. So it is a blessing in disguise. Whatever hardships you've been kind of going through when it comes to other people, when it comes to sharing yourself, this is a great blessing in disguise. We also have Cupid. I am seeing love. I am seeing love. I am seeing romance. Follow your heart. And as long as you are serious about it, Saturn in the 7th just wants you to be serious about it. You can definitely end up getting married. This is a great time to get married and make your dream come true of becoming married. This is a great time to find that perfect soulmate, that perfect business partner, that perfect soul tribe in your life. Finding a lot of fulfillment through partnerships can happen here for you. So fall in love. Fall in love. Don't be afraid to fall in love. And just know that it's a steady progress to your dreams, a steady progress to finding the perfect partner, a steady progress to building a beautiful relationship, and that it's worth it. Or even if you're trying to become the best partner for somebody else, it's a steady progress and it's worth it, okay? But Jupiter really wants you to believe in these dreams, and Saturn wants you to really take this commitment very seriously. If you're currently in a relationship and it's been very difficult, Jupiter here is going to line it up. And especially if more friends come into your life, don't put your partner to be everything, your best friend, your lover, your partner, your husband, your wife. Like, no, you need to have your own soul tribe, your own friends to go to that can really better your marriage deep down inside as well. So, and it's also a steady progress to your big gains of money as well. Okay, so those are your messages, my beautiful Virgo. There is definitely great blessings here happening for you. Be optimistic, look forward to it. You are having massive blessings. The only way to activate them is just get out there, go out, meet people. Do not stay isolated, and that is how you're going to see the greatest gifts coming to you. So that is for you. Now remember, these are general messages. It's going to change according to each individual chart dasha system. So if you would like me to look into your chart, then definitely book a consultation with me. In the description here below, you will be able to find the link. Alrighty, Virgo, those were your messages. I hope that they help. Love you guys so much. If you like them, make sure to give me a like and a hype, and also leave us in the comments, what are your wishes for this powerful Jupiter in the sign of Cancer, so that we can all root you and bring you good energy. And now we're going to be doing our beautiful Libras. Welcome, Libra, to your horoscope for this powerful Jupiter in the sign of Cancer. Libra, this transit of Jupiter in Cancer is going to be wonderful for you, since Jupiter has been sitting in your 9th house of belief, of boosting your self-confidence through your belief systems, helping you really find your true dharma, your true philosophy in life, aligning you with your religion, aligning you with your dharma, with your righteousness. Maybe some of you guys went back to school. Maybe some of you guys are finishing school, learning. But now that Jupiter is going to be going into the sign of Cancer, you are now get to actually expand your purpose in life. You get to expand your career. You get to expand a part that hasn't been expanded since 2015. And I want you to think about it, like the last 2015, how did your career and purpose in life changed? Because this is when Jupiter was truly aligning you with your calling in life. The 10th house is the house of the public image, the house of what people get to know us for, what we leave in the mark that we leave in the world. It is the house of our career, the house of our profession, and the house of our purpose in life. And so when Jupiter comes here, this is the opportunity for you to truly align with what you came here to do, to truly align with your purpose in life. So If you have not had employment, this is the time where Jupiter is bringing you an amazing employment for you. If you have been in a job that you don't like anymore, Jupiter here is helping you to quit that job so that you can find a better job. If you've been wanting to find a new job, this is the time to start sending your resumes out. Send them out, get your name out there, polish your resume, because you may get a good amount of offers with amazing offers for a new payment that you're going to be very happy with. And if, for example, you're tired of working for somebody, you don't want to work for a company anymore, you want to start your own business, you want to start your own thing, then this is the time to do it. Jupiter will reward any risk that you take around purpose, career, and anything that has to do with your job. This is the time when Jupiter is truly going to help you to expand in that way. So this is not the time for you to be shy. Even if, for example, you wanted to get a better position in the job that you're currently in, or you wanted to become a manager, or you want to ask your boss or authority figures for a favor, or for them to boost your career, for them to take you to a new level, then Jupiter here is definitely going to help you with that. So this is the time for you to not be shy, to go for the gold, and to really, really reach for the stars, because Jupiter is going to help you so much. Opportunities for career, opportunities for expansion, opportunities for a new job, opportunities for you aligning with your purpose in life. They're all here for you, thanks to Jupiter exalted in the 10th house of career. Now, at the same time, Jupiter is turning on your Artha Trikona, which is your second house, and your sixth house is also being aspected, and Saturn is currently in your sixth house. So this is definitely going to better your health. It's also going to better your daily routines. This could be the time where you get a job that gets in alignment with your routines in a fantastic way, where you can have better sleep, where you can go and work out, where you can, work for a good amount of hours, get very well paid, and you don't have to necessarily be working overtime, where you can really balance a lifestyle that gives you success and that gives you the status that you always wanted. This is also healing your health and your obstacles. If you've been having a lot of obstacles around work, around achievement, around health, Jupiter here is definitely going to bless you now. Now authority figures are going to be on your side. Now authority figures want to help you. So this is the time for you to ask. This is the time for you to say what it is that you want. If, for example, you want to work remotely, or if you want to get more hours, or if you want to get a better payment, or if you want to raise, or if you want to go for the bonus, this is the moment to do it. Jupiter is definitely blessing you, and Jupiter is definitely giving you some amazing opportunities for you to expand your horizons when it comes to career and profession. Please take the chances, take the risks, go for the gold, because this energy is not coming back into another 12 years. This is it. This is the moment, my beautiful Libra, to get it done. And because it is exalted, it can give you such amazing results, Libra. So you are having a blessed transit here. Also, aspecting your second house, this is bringing you the ability to make more money, to have better gains, and to make more abundance in your life. So you are definitely at the verge of some amazing breakthrough in your purpose in life and your career. And if you're like, well, I don't even know what I'm supposed to be doing, I don't know what's my purpose in life, Jupiter will help you to find it, to get into alignment with it. But if you really want to get to know it better, then definitely book a consultation with me, because these are just general readings. It's going to be different for every single one of you guys, and you can book one in the description here below today. So Jupiter is definitely bringing you amazing possibilities and blessings, and you really want to be attentive and take the fullest advantage during the rest of the year, at least until November, to really make something happen, to really advance like never before. So let us see some other messages that we have here for you, my beautiful Libra, when it comes to Jupiter in the 10th house for Libra. For Libra, Jupiter in Cancer for Libra. And we have no more complaining. So this is the number one thing. Like, stop complaining about your job. Stop complaining about your boss. Stop complaining about the situations of the world. Stop complaining that you're not successful, that you are in a dead-end job, that you're not seeing anything happen for yourself. If you find yourself complaining, then this is when Jupiter is like, well, what are you going to do about it? And don't just like, oh, well, I can't quit. Right now, if you quit, you will get a better job. You will get something better, Libra. but you have to take that risk. So it's saying no more complaining. The way that you express about yourself and your purpose and your success, that is exactly what you will see. So we need to stop complaining about the boss, complaining about our work situation, complaining about others, and fully take action and fully start really moving forward when it comes to your career and your success, okay? Take back your God-given power by affirming that you have an abundance of choices and freedom. You're not stuck to one job. You're not stuck to one situation. You have the choice. You have the freedom to make something happen. With your increased confidence and assertiveness, watch these positive affirmations blossom into reality. Very important. We also have clearing out debts. So with Saturn in the 6th house of debts, it is saying, you really have to pay off your debts. If there's any financial debts, this is the moment to really be very active on them. Make sure you're paying them off. Make sure that you're doing some sort of financial system so that you can pay these things off. But also any emotional debts, coming back to zero. Like you don't know anything, you don't owe anybody anything. And coming back to that energies of zero, like self-care involves removing any heavy burdens of financial and emotional debts from your life. You already feel lighter and freer just by facing this topic and making a plan to clear present obligations and avoid future ones as well. So really clearing out those debts that Saturn is bringing, and let go of guilt. So guilt, it's going to block you from your success in career and from your success to get a better status in life. You have to forgive yourself from what you think you did or did not do. Don't feel guilty if you go and express yourself honestly and assertively to your boss, to your authorities, to the people around you. Don't feel guilty because of anything. Like this is the moment to release that guilt and not live in that sort of stuck energy of guiltness. Because when you allow your light to shine brightly, you inspire others. Don't be guilty for being better, for shining bright. Don't feel guilty because they gave you the position. Don't feel guilty because they did raise your money and not everybody else's. Like, stop. Like, it's about you, okay? Libra, I know that you're always about others, but this is a time where it's like you are the one who deserves this right now. So don't feel guilty for this. Forgive yourself for what you think you've done or not done, and trust that God loves you unconditionally for who you are. Learn and grow from past mistakes instead of beating yourself up for them. So letting go of this guilt and the complaining is really going to help you rise into new levels of career and prosperity in your life. This is the moment to really go for the gold, my beautiful Libra. Do not sleep in the laurels. Do not let this time pass. This is a very, very important moment to make something happen. So don't shy away. Don't hide away. Don't try to get the easier route. Don't try to really step up and be assertive. Like, be assertive, okay? With you, if it feels like you're being an asshole, you usually are not even close. Not even close to being an asshole. So with you, step into that, my beautiful Libra. Like, go for it. Even if you think, oh my God, I'm being so intense and I'm demanding so much and I might be bothering people. No. For you, it takes a lot. What you may think you're really making like something intense on them, but they're just like, oh wow, Libra, you're really speaking up and you're being assertive for yourself, and now we respect you. And this is the time to do it, because you can get so many blessings in your career, Libra. It is so worth it. Good luck, my beautiful Libra. And remember that these are general messages. If you would like for me to go into your chart, because these are general messages, it is different for everybody's date of birth, time of birth, and dasha, then definitely book a consultation with me in the description here below. Alrighty, those were your messages, my beautiful Libra. I hope that they help. Love you guys so much. And now we're going to be doing our beautiful Libra. If you like these messages, make sure to give me a like and a hype, and also leave me in the comments what is your wish for this Jupiter in the energies of Cancer for yourself, so that we can all cheer you on. Thank you so much for being here. And now we're going to be doing our beautiful Scorpios. Welcome, Scorpio, to your horoscope for this powerful transit of Jupiter in the Cancer sign. So for you, Scorpio, Jupiter has been sitting in the 8th house, giving you a massive transformation in your psychological world. You really went through a deep, deep, deep healing. Okay, there could have been a death and a rebirth that naturally kind of happened inside of you. If you were doing any inner work, somatic work, transformations, changes, sudden events, inheritance that couldn't come into your life, like all of these things are transforming you. And it could have felt uncomfortable because life was pushing your boundaries to change and to make something different. This was a time for you to benefit from other people's abundance and other people's resources. And so you've gone through this very deep psychological healing. And now Jupiter is going to be going into Cancer, going into your 9th house. And that is going to be like coming out of the cave, coming out of this like psychological transformations and like and deep, deep fears that you were facing, and just like, man, like I had to go through this like dark night of the soul to just kind of heal myself at a deep level. And now you're coming out of the cave into the light. That is what this aspect is going to feel like. Jupiter going into the 9th house. This is Jupiter's favorite house, and it is actually exalted. So this is some very, very good news for you, because this is the transit that can give you blessings, purpose, and spiritual expansion. Here, it's considered one of the most spiritually supportive and fortunate transits. And you are having this transit, my beautiful Scorpio. So that is very powerful, because the 9th house is governs higher wisdom, governs spirituality and faith, governs your dharma, which is your life purpose. Like what did you come here to do? It also rules over teachers, mentors, gurus. It also has this long distance travel energy, residencies in other countries, blessings and fortune that can come into your life, philosophy and belief systems, and a divine protection that happens here. So this transit often feels like life is opening again after a very long period of confusion, heaviness, and a lot of inner spiritual transformation that could have been happening for you here, Scorpio. So the main theme here is expansion through alignment with purpose. That is the main thing for you, Scorpio. And so Jupiter wants you to ask yourself, what do I truly believe in? And I'm talking about religion, philosophy. What do you truly believe in? What is your belief systems? Also, are you in alignment with your higher path? And also ask yourself, are you following fear or wisdom? That is very, very important, because this is a transit that wants to reconnect people with meaning in their lives, especially for you, Scorpio. So here you can expect a massive spiritual growth and awakening. So this is an amazing transit for spiritual study, prayer, rituals, for meditation, for learning astrology or sacred knowledge, for finding a mentor or a guru. This could be the time where you finally find your divine guru in your life. This is a time where you reconnect with your faith. If you've been kind of disconnected from your faith and being faithless, like this is the moment where you reconnect with your faith. So many people feel spiritually guided during this transit, and they really feel called to finding a spiritual path that really calls to them, and to really serve their guru. If you already have a guru, you will get so many blessings by serving your guru during this time. So synchronicities are going to increase. Your wisdom is going to arrive more easily in your life. Also, this is a wonderful time to travel and to expand yourself. So this transit can bring international travel for you guys. It could also bring pilgrimages. It's a great time to do pilgrimages. It could also bring relocation purposes, like opportunities. So if you wanted to relocate to another country, relocate to another state, go to somewhere else, a great time for relocation. This is also learning through different cultures, going into another culture and really learning how they live, how they are, and gaining some wisdom from that. And also expansion beyond your current environment. It really gets you out. It really wants you to feel more like, if you've been feeling constricted, like this is the moment where it's like, come and expand yourself. It also brings a lot of opportunities for teaching, learning, and wisdom. So if you want to go back to school, if you wanted to, go to college, This is a great time where you will get to an amazing college. You will definitely get into that school. You can teach. You can become a teacher yourself, mentor others, publish something, publish a book, publish any sort of work that you've been working on. Speaking publicly could be amazing for you, where you can be the one teaching others and also sharing your spiritual and philosophical knowledge with the world. So people may naturally be looking for you as guidance, like they want guidance from you, Scorpio. So this is an excellent time for authors, coaches, spiritual teachers, astrologers, content creators, for publicists, for professors, for mentors. This is a fantastic time for all of these people who are so knowledgeable and they're ready to give it to the world. So it's also going to increase your luck and your divine protection because your faith is going to be boosting. So there's going to be opportunities that open unexpectedly. So be aware, be open-minded, and be ready to take these opportunities. There's going to be helpful mentors. There's going to be favorable timing, like divine timing is now really aligning here for you. There's going to be a greater optimism because of your optimism and your gratitude for life. That is going to increase more ability for you to have more blessings in your life. So practice gratitude on a daily basis, practice prayer, practice optimistic look into your life, and that's going to really help you to expand yourself even more. And support from life itself, it's just going to bring you very good luck. The only thing that can mess it up is that you are stuck in pessimistic outlooks and you don't allow yourself to believe. Okay, this is also a great time to heal your belief systems. So if you have been questioning like any fear-based conditioning, if you've been having some self-limiting beliefs that haven't helped you to move forward, if you have scarcity mindset, if you have this sort of cynicism or hopelessness, Jupiter here is really trying to heal you from all of this because this is all fear, this is all illusion. Now, the challenges that you may face here is you may have a little bit of a spiritual superiority. Now, if it goes into the shadow side, there could be a sort of escapism as well. There could also be like a blind faith without discernment. And there could also be like promising things and excessive idealism. So we want to really ground that idealism with realism, with discipline, and with taking action, since Jupiter is also going to be aspecting Saturn in your 5th house. So right now, this is going to turn on your Dharma Trikona. And you're really going to be having a powerful transformation of the self, Scorpio. You are going to be going through a very intimate, personal transformation of your identity. Saturn has been sitting in your 5th house of children, creativity, your self-expression, and your intelligence. And Saturn has really made you be very serious about like yourself, serious about what you express, serious about your talents, serious about your creative expression, serious about your children, serious about the things that you create in this world. And Jupiter now here is aspecting this Saturn by helping you really like, okay, you have all these ideas, you have this intelligence to give to the world. We need to organize it. We need to structure it. We need to become disciplined and execute it. And that is going to help you to really see some results in your life when it comes to this powerful, powerful energy. So the spiritual meaning here is that life expands when aligned with truth and wisdom. So it's going to help you to elevate to that. And faith grows through experience, as well as wisdom is meant to be shared with others. So your intelligence and your talents are meant to be shared with others here. So very amazing time to study your spiritual texts, to study philosophy, to study any wisdom teachings. This is an amazing time to honor your teachers and your mentors, serve your gurus, serve your guides, serve your wise elders. Say yes to expansion. Say yes to the travel, to the study, to the teaching, to the creating. Say yes to these things and practice gratitude and prayer on a daily basis. Every day, faith, charity, prayer, encouragement, optimism. That is what's really going to enhance this energy of this beautiful, beautiful transit. So This could be an amazing time to help you publish, to help you teach, to help your spiritual awakening, to help you find purpose, to help you find international opportunities, to help you mentorship and guidance, and to help you expand your influence in a very positive way. And this is with you until November. By November, when it peaks into Leo, it's going to give you a look into the into your career, into your new purpose in life that you have really come to do in this world. Very, very powerful transit for you, my beautiful Scorpio. I'm super, super excited for you. This is definitely going to feel so much better. Now, let us look a little bit deeper into your messages here. What are some other messages for Scorpio when it comes to this Jupiter in the 9th house? For Scorpio, for this Jupiter transit in Cancer for Scorpio. And we have, a wedding. So for my Scorpios who have not been married yet, this is definitely an amazing time to get married. If you are currently married, then this is going to strengthen your marriage. It's going to strengthen your protection of your marriage. It's going to bring good luck to your marriage. It's going to really help your marriage here, because it's like divine intervention, divine timing, and divine protection are all coming in, and it's making your commitments sacred and beautiful. So that is wonderful. We also have assertiveness. So be assertive, okay? Take risks, be assertive, say yes. And that is going to help you to really move forward in life, okay? Don't stay meek, don't stay small, don't stay scared. Don't stay in like, oh, I'm just going to stay here because I'm safe. Like, no, allow yourself to go out, to be, to do, to explore. Jupiter in the 9th house is all about the spirit of wanderlust, the spirit of adventure. Allow yourself to have that adventure. Allow yourself to just be like, you know what? I'm going to go into the adventure and let's see what happens. That is going to be amazing for you. And also a blessing in disguise. So there might be something that may seem like a bad thing, but it's actually a blessing in disguise. It might seem like, oh my gosh, like let's say, you know, I lost my job and now I'm going to go travel, or I'm going to go international, or I'm going to, you know, get out of this routine. It might seem like it disrupts like the comfort zone, but in reality is going to be a great blessing in your life. Truly a great blessing in your life. So embrace it, my beautiful Scorpio. This is going to be a wonderful transit for you, and I am super, super excited for you. Alrighty, Scorpio, those were your messages, and remember that these are general messages. If you would like for me to look into your chart, since now these messages are general and it changes according to your time ascendant and your dasha period, then definitely book a consultation with me in the description here below so that we can see into your chart a lot deeper. Those were your messages, and if you like them, make sure to give me a like and a hype, and please leave us a comment. Tell me, Scorpio, what is your biggest wish for this Jupiter exaltation in Cancer transit, and what you would like to see in your life so that we can all support you and cheer you on. Now we're going to be doing our beautiful Sagittariuses. Welcome, Saggy, to your horoscope for this powerful Jupiter in the energies of Cancer. So this past year, you've been having Jupiter in Gemini. And Jupiter in Gemini has been wanting to bring you an amazing relationship, has been wanting to heal your relationships, has been wanting to heal patterns of toxicity and destruction in your relationships. It's been a relationship year here for you. But now that Jupiter is stepping into your 8th house, this is the moment where we're going to deepen this relationship. If you met somebody and started a relationship during this time, Jupiter in the 8th is now taking you into you guys moving in together, sharing assets together, deepening your connection, deepening your intimacy with each other. If you have gotten married during the Jupiter in Gemini, which is a great time to do, now Jupiter in the 8th is going to help you expand the abundance of your partner, is going to help expand the abundance of the shared resources that you guys have together, and is going to help you heal and deepen the intimate connection between each other. If there has not been any relationship, if, for example, Jupiter in the 7th house actually ended your relationship, this is not necessarily something bad. It could be a blessing in disguise, where now Jupiter in the 8th is taking you into a deep transformational healing, my beautiful Sagittarius. It wants you to heal at a deep, deep level. The blessings are coming to you through change and transformation. That is what the theme of this transit is all about. It is about you transforming through change, allowing yourself to have this change. And I just don't mean like physical change, like internal change, psychological change. So Jupiter here is really going to bring up things that have been stuck in your subconscious, from fears, from insecurities, from any darkness that is left within you that has held you back. Jupiter here is bringing healing to all these aspects of yourself. This is actually a fantastic time for you to get a reading, an astrological reading, to do any healing, somatic healing, Reiki healing, meditation, psychological healing, therapy, counseling, hypnosis. This is a great time for you to really, really go into these energies, my beautiful Sagittarius, because Jupiter here is going to help you to truly heal your inner demons and to truly heal the deepest parts of yourself. So great time for shadow work and great time for immense blessings. Now, this is going to help you to get rid of those inner demons and those fears that have been holding you back. Now, in a more physical aspect, Jupiter here is blessing you with more abundance from other people. So this is the year to ask, okay? This is the year to ask. Ask and you shall receive. This is the year to ask for help. This is the year to ask for resources. This is the year to receive. If you're currently married, this Jupiter is actually blessing your husband, your wife, to get more money. This is the year to do those share resources. This is the year that if you've been wanting to get a grant, or you've been wanting to get a loan, or you've been wanting to get a mortgage or fix your credit, great time to do it. Jupiter here wants to help you. Jupiter here is promising you that if there's any sudden change in your life, any sudden event in your life, Jupiter is promising that there's a blessing around the corner. This could be even an inheritance that comes into your life because of something. So there is just abundance all around in many, many ways. Like, this is the time to also learn about stock markets, to learn how to invest your money, to learn how to put your money in things that can actually grow. If you have had investments for quite some time, then this is the time where Jupiter can promise you to have more abundance and prosperity if you learn to invest. If you've been having investments already, then this is definitely an expansion for more abundance and prosperity overall. Transformation through sexuality, healing your sexuality, healing addictions, healing obsessions, healing psychological issues, healing anxieties, restlessness, obsessions, addictions. This is the greatest time to do all of this, Sagittarius. All of this, especially if it comes from a wounded past or anything like this. So great opportunities to truly get rid of the muck inside. And especially because this aspect is going to be turning on the Mula Trikona energy, which means that, the Moksha Trikona, which means that your 4th and your 12th house are being aspected, and we have Saturn in your 4th house. So Saturn has really been digging at your roots and telling you, like, we need to take care of family matters. We need to take care of this past issues. We need to take care of this wounds from the past. We need to take care of this childhood wounds and this ancestral karmas. And we can't run away from these things. We need to get our roots and our home life and our heart matters in order. We can't escape this with addictions. We can't escape this with fear. We can't escape this with, substances or pornography. Like, we need to really face them. And so Jupiter here, working along with Saturn, is going to help you to truly do the inner work at a deep level, and to do this very deep, deep healing, and to liberate you from this pain, from this ancestral issues, from this toxicity. And that is going to open you up for deeper intimacy inside yourself, for deeper trust, for healing any trust issues, and for being able to receive abundance from your loved ones and from others and from the world. So very, very powerful, powerful aspect. And some of you guys who really are working at your home, I do see that there could be some abundance and prosperity coming here for you if you wanted to get a loan for a land, a loan for home renovations, anything like this. Like, it's definitely a great possibility that can come here for you. Let us look a little bit deeper into your messages. What else do we have for my beautiful Sagittariuses for this Jupiter transiting in the Cancer sign. For Sagittarius, for this Jupiter transiting Cancer. And we have surrender outdated beliefs about yourself. This is what is being uprooted, especially if these belief systems were established in childhood or in youth. This is the moment where they're being completely uplifted and uprooted in your life, okay? Let go of the limiting ideas about yourself that originate from the past. That is the main thing. And then you can own your power and soar in your life. This is about coming back to owning your power, Sagittarius, and not giving your power away. We also have surrender to miracles. So things may seem dark. Things may seem like, oh my gosh, I'm in the wound forever. I'm never going to heal. Like this is like, I thought I had healed this fear. I thought I had healed this thing. But surrender to miracles. You know, even when the moments look the darkest, Jupiter here is promising you that you are going to be able to have a blessing right afterwards. A massive transformation brings blessings, especially because this is your personal planet, Sagittarius. So it's so important. And it's going to be exalted. So this is a great opportunity for an amazing miracle to come into your life in a sudden way. You didn't even see it coming. And that is going to be very happy, and it's going to make you very happy, and it's going to be very beneficial for you, my beautiful Sagittarius. And surrender your fear of change. This is the number one thing. Surrender your fear of change. Jupiter here is encouraging change. Change in your body, change in your psychology, change in yourself. Maybe some of you guys end up getting pregnant. Some of you guys give birth. Some of you guys, maybe there is an ending in your lives. But don't fear the changes that come with this. The change is going to be blessings in disguise. So embrace the change, whether you're afraid of a change in your job, in your health, in your relationship, or just fear of aging. Keep telling to yourself that I have faith that all is well. Just keep going through that. I have faith that all is well. Jupiter is promising you an amazing blessing at the end of the tunnel. So keep going forward. And if you need help, I'm here for you. Come and do a reading with me. These are general messages. So if you would like for me to look into your chart, counsel you, and go deep into some healing together, then definitely book a consultation with me in the description here below. I encourage all types of healing, from psychological healing, therapy, Reiki. Any sort of healing at this time is going to be all but beneficial for you. So that is your messages, my beautiful Saggy. I hope that they help. Love you guys so much. If you like these messages, make sure to give me a like and a hype, and also leave us in the comments what is your wishes for this powerful Jupiter in Cancer transit. And that way we can all cheer you up and be here to support you. Alrighty, those are your messages, my beautiful Sagittarius. And now we're going to be doing our beautiful Capricorns. Welcome, Capricorn, to your horoscope for this powerful Jupiter transit in the sign of Cancer. And for you, you've been going through a time of massive transformations where you have been organizing your life and your lifestyle with Jupiter transiting your 6th house. And so this was a whole year of learning how to organize yourself, be disciplined, organize your schedule, be of service, healing your health, like taking care of your body, taking care of your health. You could have seen some boost in your career. There could have been a year of a lot of obstacles, like a lot of things that need to get done, a lot of things that need to be put in order, a lot of things that needed problem solving, but you were able to get them all done. You were able to get them all in alignment. If there was any trials, if there was any lawsuits, these things finally came to an end, and Jupiter really helped you here. So overall, it could have been a little bit of a tough year of putting your ducks in a row, getting everything together, making sure you're taking care of all the loose ends, crossing all your T's, dotting all your I's. Like, it could have been very tedious in that way, and maybe more responsibilities at work and more advancements at work. But now that Jupiter is going to be stepping into the sign of Cancer, is going to be going into your 7th house of relationships, love, partnerships, and destiny connections. So this is going to be a very powerful time because the seventh house deals with relationships, marriage and commitment, partnerships, collaborations, public visibility, getting more clients, and emotional maturity and connection. So here is like the house of the other person, the house of the other. And we have Pluto in your sign, really helping you to understand the amount of power that you truly have in your life. So here is when you start attracting people to be able to commit to be able to build with, and to be able to learn from. So this transit is offering you first and foremost a relationship growth. So if you're single, there's definitely great possibility of you finding the one. And if you are currently in a relationship, Jupiter here is definitely bringing healing. If it's the right relationship, your relationship is going to strengthen, is going to become better, is going to become more stable, is going to become more blessed. But if you are in a toxic relationship that is not for you, that is diminishing you, that it's abusive, then Jupiter here is going to help you to get out of that. There's going to be soulmate lessons that are going to happen here, and important partnerships, business partnerships, client partnerships, and love partnerships that are going to be very important. So emotional expansion is truly coming through connection. So the main theme of this transit is relationships become a mirror for growth. This is where you're going to learn and have the most growth, is through your relationships. So really ask yourself, are your relationships aligned with your values? Are you choosing connections from wisdom or loneliness? And are you ready to mature in your partnership? If you've been a boyfriend and girlfriend for I don't know how many years, Jupiter here is like, get married, tie the knot, commit fully, sanctify this marriage, do it. And Jupiter will bring you amazing blessings, amazing blessings in your life. Do not chicken out from commitment. It's going to be the best thing that you could have done. So it really brings blessings and love, but it also magnifies relationship truths at this time. So this is going to really help for my singles to meet a significant partner, or even to meet a significant business partner. It is going to give marriage opportunities. It is the best time to get married. It is the best time to ask for marriage. It's a great time to strengthen existing relationships that you're currently in. For those who are coupled, it is a great time to heal relationship patterns from yourself individually, so that you can bring a better sense of relationship or in your relationship itself, and greater emotional understanding overall. So many people experience more attention from others if you're single, or a desire for commitment naturally arises. And there's also an increase in hope and in love, which is really, really good, especially if you've been feeling jaded around love and relationships. So marriage and commitment themes is the main thing for this transit. So engagements, marriage discussions, more stable relationships, relationship healing and maturity. Go towards these things. Jupiter will be very happy and it will bless you. You try to avoid these things, bad things are going to happen. Business relationships are also going to be powerful, in collaborations. We're going to be having a client growth for anybody who has like a business, or you have some sort of business where you rely on clients. There's going to be also a lot of public facing work. This is the time for you to get yourself out there. Okay, Capricorn, this is a transit that is asking for you to be present with others, especially because your planet Saturn is in the third house of courage. And Jupiter is aspecting Saturn in the third, and also aspecting your 11th house. So Jupiter here is saying that a lot of blessings can come to you when you connect with others, when you make friends with others, when you build relationships, when you build commitments, and when you get yourself out there. So this is not a lonely time. This is not an isolating sort of situation. It doesn't want you to isolate. It doesn't want you to just be alone. It doesn't want you to do it alone. It doesn't want you to just figure it out alone. It wants to expand friends, community, connections, partnerships, people. So this is the time to polish your social skills and to really get yourself out there, because you are going to attract helpful people. You're going to attract mentors. You're going to attract supportive alliances, and you're going to attract a large number of audiences. And this is so important for you, Capricorn, because your 10th house is the house of Libra. So you succeed when you work with others. That is your biggest strength. Okay? Your 10th house is not a lonely house. It is a house that works and knows diplomacy with groups of people, with others, and perfections the social aspect of life. So this is a great time to really advance in all of that. Now, relationships lessons are going to become a lot more clear for you. Understanding relationship patterns, understanding codependencies, understanding overgiving in relationships, unrealistic expectations of your partner, or fears of vulnerability. Like, all these things are going to come up so that Jupiter can really strengthen them and help you to be in healthier relationships. It is also going to increase your public visibility. So there might be an audience growth, client growth, greater visibility online, and increased social engagement naturally. People want to become your friends. People want to have collaborations with you. More people are drawn to your energy naturally. So this is excellent for anybody who works in the public sector, public relations, public figures, teachers, astrologers, business people, content creators, coaches. Like, it's a really good time for all you guys. Now, the challenges of Jupiter in the 7th house is idealizing relationships too much. So trying to stay grounded in this and not putting people in pedestals. Remember, the only one worth being in the pedestal is God, because God will never disappoint you. But a human being, they're going to make mistakes. Also, depending too much on partnerships for happiness. That could also be something of a shadow side to this. And over promising in love, and ignoring the red flags, and excessive people pleasing. So be careful with these things. Try to keep Jupiter in the light side of things. So the spiritual meaning of this transit for you is really like the self and the other. As you better your identity and you take your own power, your relationships also become a lot better. Independence and union. We can be together, but we don't need to be mixed up. And also giving and receiving in relationships. This balance is here for you guys. So it's really important to practice a lot of conscious relationships. It is important to also seek wise counsel at this time, and to strengthen reciprocity, to strengthen mutual respect, to strengthen emotional honesty, to strengthen balance giving and receiving between you and somebody else. And showing all of that. That's a very, very important time for you, my beautiful Capricorn. So let's see what other messages we have here for Capricorn when it comes to Jupiter transiting in Cancer. For Capricorn, Jupiter transiting in Cancer for Capricorn. And we have past life relationships. There could be some karmic relationships that come here in your life. Karmic relationships doesn't mean that it's something bad. You're learning massive lessons. It's helping you grow. It's helping you become a better version of yourself. And that's why it's triggering. That's why it's powerful. That's why the love is intense. But this is all helping you to really grow together and to do the inner work together. There's also new love. Oh, yes. For my singles, definitely new love coming here for you. And for my couples, there's a renovation of your love here. A new way of loving, a new way of expressing, a new way of, having love in your life, a new way of, going about your relationships. This is going to be very powerful for you. And last but not least, attraction. You're going to be highly attractive, Capricorn. Like, everybody's going to want to be your friend. Everybody's going to want to do business with you. Everybody's going to want to, take you out and date you, because you're living in the moment, because you're in the presence of your own self, because you're owning your power. And so this is making you highly attractive. So get yourself out there, because you're definitely attracting the perfect people around you at this time. So those were your messages, my beautiful Capricorn. I hope that they help. Remember that these are general messages. Every single message changes according to your dasha period, the time that you were born. These are just general messages. So if you would like me to look into your chart, definitely book a consultation with me in the description here below, especially if it's about love and compatibility, finding a perfect marriage date, tying the knot with someone before you ask them out, everything. Please consult me, and I would love to be there for you. Alrighty, Capricorn, those were your messages. If you like it, make sure to give me a like and a hype. And also leave us in the comments what is your wishes for this powerful transit of Jupiter in Cancer so that we can all cheer you on. And now we're going to be doing our beautiful Aquariuses. Welcome, Aquarius, to your horoscope for this powerful Jupiter in the energies of Cancer. And for you, Jupiter in the past year has been really helping you to come back to this playfulness energy, to help you bring a little bit more romance and passion in your life once again, to help you get in tune with your creativity and your intelligence, to help you express your creative self, to come back to your hobbies and things that really make you feel good in your life. And now, for some of you guys, even healing your relationships with your children was a great time during this time. Now, Jupiter is going to be going into Cancer, which is your 6th house. And here, Jupiter is going to be helping you to overcome all obstacles and tribulations in your life. This is the time where Jupiter really wants you to organize your life, organize your health, organize your daily routines, organize your lifestyle. Are you working out? Are you eating good? What is your nutrition? How are you taking care of your body? How are you taking care of yourself? I know that you always drink the Coca-Cola every single day for the past 30 days, but now for the past 30 years, but now this could be catching on to you. So health habits are becoming something that Jupiter wants you to change. If you've been wanting to heal something in your life, if you've been wanting to heal your health, Jupiter here can help you, but you really have to take action. You really have to put, your energy into it. You really have to, get serious about this. And you will definitely be able to heal yourself. With Saturn, your planet, in the 2nd house of food, of what you consume, of your self-esteem, of your self-worth, eating nice, eating good, cooking your own food, making something healthy and wholesome is an act of self-love. I don't just put whatever food in my mouth. I don't just put whatever thing just get it over with, so I put something in my system. No. Cooking something with intention, with love, is an act of self-care. It's an act of self-love. What you consume on a daily basis. Are you consuming things that are uplifting you or consuming things that are bringing you down? Body-wise, mental-wise, emotional-wise, consuming content, consuming social media, consuming, what you buy. Is it uplifting you or is it diminishing you? And that is what Jupiter here is trying to really help you to transform. Jupiter wants to give you a healthier lifestyle. And when a healthier lifestyle comes, you will have more longevity in your life. You will have more self-confidence. If you've been wanting to lose that weight, if you've been wanting to gain that muscle, and I'm not talking about just putting Ozempic and that's it. No, there's a catch to this. There's a catch to anything that seems too good to be true, or a magical pill that just fixes all your problems and you don't never have to change your habits. No, Jupiter here wants you to change the habit. Get yourself a personal trainer. Show up every single day. Work out. Eat well. Change your diet. Jupiter will bless you and give you the health that you deserve if you do this. For also work it can get a lot better if you become disciplined. If you become very diligent, if you become very consistent, if you've been wanting a better position, Jupiter can give it to you. If you've been wanting to expand in your craft, Jupiter can give it to you. If you've been wanting to get a higher payment, Jupiter can give it to you. If you've been dealing with a lot of enemies and obstacles where you've just been feeling like everybody's attacking me, I have lawsuits, I have issues, I have problems, I have obstacles, I have debt, Jupiter here is trying to help you put it all in order. Now, I'm not saying that they're going to magically disappear, but Jupiter here is saying we can fix all of this. We can fix your debt. We can fix your health issues. We can fix all these things. You just have to get on it. And I'll help you be able to do this. I'll help you to be able to release this, heal it, and close it off. So very, very important time for you here, Aquarius. It is definitely going to be very powerful. It is turning on your Artha Trikona, which is your houses of money, prosperity, and purpose in life and career. So your second house of money, which has been struggling here, Jupiter is going to aspect it and help it. If you get your ducks in a row, if you get your, to-do list, and you get all the organization that you need to get, then your money situation will improve. And Jupiter is also aspecting your 10th house of career. So this is a good opportunity for advancing at work and for advancing in your purpose in life. Let us look a little bit deeper into your messages here. What else do we have for Aquarius when it comes to this Jupiter Cancer transit? What do we have for Aquarius for this Jupiter transit? And we have do the work. Exactly. You can see some amazing results, but you have to do the work. Jupiter here is not just going to come and fix it all for you without you lifting a finger. You have to do the work. Do the work in health, do the work in your nutrition, do the work in work. This is the time to get disciplined. And if you get disciplined, you will definitely see some amazing results in your life, my beautiful Aquarius. We also have take a divinely guided chance. This is the time for you to take a chance on changing your lifestyle. Take a chance on asking your boss for that raise, for that promotion, for that job, for that position. If you're tired of your current job, start sending out resumes, because there could definitely be a better job around the corner for you that is a better lifestyle for you. So take a chance. You got to risk it to get the biscuit. And last but not least, God is your source. So with faith, with optimism, that's what Jupiter's all about. You are going to be able to get and overcome all these obstacles, all these issues, and you're going to be able to be very successful at every single one of them. Beat your enemies, beat your diseases, beat your dead, beat your obstacles. So God is your source. Stay strong in your faith, stay strong in your prayer, and you're definitely going to be seeing some amazing growth and opportunities here happening for you, my beautiful Aquarius. So Aquarius, those were your messages. Remember that these are general messages. If you would like to have a specific message to your situation, then I highly suggest that you book a consultation with me, since this is just a general reading. It changes according to your time, your dasha, your ascendant. So make sure that you book one to me if you want to have more clarity on your life. Those are your messages, Aquarius. If you like them, make sure to give me a like and a hype. And also leave us in the comments, what are the wishes that you are wanting to have for this Jupiter transit in Cancer. Now we're going to be doing our beautiful Pisces. Welcome, Pisces, to your horoscope for this powerful, powerful transit of Jupiter in the sign of Cancer. And this is going to be a definite blessing here for you, because Jupiter is going to be aspecting your sign. So the heaviness that you've been feeling with Saturn is going to subside somewhat. Now, this past year, Jupiter has really been helping you to come back into the happiness of your own, to come back to the joy of the heart, to heal family matters, to heal family issues, and to heal the roots of yourself, to maybe find a better home, to find a better living space, and to really dig roots in somewhere where you can really nurture yourself. Now that Jupiter goes into Cancer, Jupiter is going to be going into your 5th house of romance, creativity, children, joy, happiness, and intelligence, as well as your creative expression and your passions. So Jupiter here is giving you the ability for you to kind of be lifted a little bit more, and to come back to your joys and your passions and the things that make you feel alive. Especially since Saturn has been really digging at your energy, Pisces, and it could have been really intense, big reality check that sometimes is highly uncomfortable. Well, now Jupiter here is saying, I'm going to bring you joy. I'm going to bring you happiness. We're going to come back to our hobbies. We're going to come back to the playfulness of life. I'm going to bring you romance if you're single. I'm going to bring you children to bring joy into your life if you're ready to be a parent. I'm going to be bringing you back into your creative passions. And so, or getting you in alignment with your intelligence, to bring out your intelligence forward. So this is an amazing time, because it's promising you like an upliftment, especially since Saturn has been very heavy on you. So the upliftment is going to come when you reconnect with your creative expression, which you are very creative, my beautiful Pisces. There's immense creativity within you. When you connect to your inner child and what your inner child loved doing when it was young, if it was sports, if it was writing, if it was dancing, if it was singing, if it was any art form or creative form, Jupiter here is really showing that it can bring you that joy and happiness once again. If you're currently single, Jupiter here is wanting you to find romance in your life, to have a romantic rendezvous, to, fall in love with someone, to bring more romantic feelings into your life, that life is more romantic, and to romanticize your daily life. Jupiter here is also helping you to have a better relationship with children if you already have children. And if you don't have children, Jupiter here is saying it's a great time to have children. It's a great time for you to come back to that inner child, or to have children around you that are going to uplift your feelings and your emotions and your heart naturally. So reconnect with hobbies, reconnect with things that stimulate your intelligence, sports, creativity. Great time for mantra chanting. If you do mantra chanting during this time, you're going to see amazing results. If you decide to have children or heal your relationship with your children, an amazing time for all of this. This is really bringing a lot of wisdom that can come from the joy of life and the romance of life here. So Jupiter here is really promising you an upliftment of life. And it's also aspecting your 9th house. So the Dharma Trikona is being turned on here. And it's because you're going through this personal transformation, this identity shift, this new sense of who you are. Jupiter is saying, well, this new sense of who you are, you really need to find your own joy and happiness and passions that are for you. It's not for anybody else, but it's for you, that helps you to express yourself, that helps you to come back to that authentic part of who you are and that joy that you have in your life. So I really love this for you. I really feel like it's going to lighten things up for you. It's not going to be such a heavy transit how it's been with Saturn in your sign. It's going to kind of now be lifted and show you the great prosperity that comes from being disciplined in your work, discipline in your art, discipline in your sports, discipline in your creative expression, discipline in learning, discipline in your mantra, and discipline with your children. It's going to really now start giving you the joy and the juice of it. So very, very beautiful energy. Great time to also travel. Great time to also start a creative project. Great time to, begin a romantic relationship. Great time to reestablish relationship with children. Your children are going to have really good luck at this time as well. And to come back to your studies and to come back to your passions. Let's see, what else do we have here for Pisces when it comes to this transit of Jupiter in Cancer? What do we have for Pisces? And we have a new partner. Whoa. Okay. So my singles, I really feel like you're going to be having like a romance of a lifetime, which is very, very exciting. Those of you who are already in a relationship, this is a great time to revive the flame, revive the romantic energy in your relationships. That is going to be very beneficial for you. So a new partnership is definitely coming here. Bring back that juicy romantic energy in your life. We also have play. Yes, this is what this Jupiter wants you to do. Like, I know life has become more serious for you. You now understand the gravity of the situation, but now Jupiter is like, okay, now play. Yes, we have to work, but we can see it as a playfulness. We can approach it with playfulness. We can approach it with this lightheartedness. We can approach it with this joyful state, and the work still gets done. So playfulness and playing is so important at this time. And ask yourself, what do I want to play? Like, what did I forget to play? And maybe when I was young, I used to love playing basketball, and I haven't shoot a hoop in forever. Or when I was young, I used to love playing with drawing, with painting, with singing, with music. I used to love playing the guitar. I used to love playing the drums. Like, come back to that playful state, that playful energy. That is going to be great, great for you, because it is going to help you to find your life purpose. This is what it's all about. This is why the Saturn is really structuring you, and Jupiter is also aspecting the 9th house of life purpose. So it's like it's going to help you to get into alignment with a life calling, a life purpose. And I love how this card says, the purpose of life is to serve in a way that brings great joy to yourself and others. Don't worry about finding your purpose. Instead, focus upon serving a purpose, and then your purpose will serve you. That is the main thing that Jupiter wants to bring you into this. And your life purpose, it's supposed to bring you great joy to yourself and others. So reconnect with that, my beautiful Pisces. I'm so excited for you. This is definitely going to be very light and nice, which you definitely need, and a great blessing. Jupiter's also aspecting your sign, so there's going to be an upliftment of positivity, optimism, and faith, which you definitely deserve. So those were your messages, Pisces. And remember that these are general messages. These messages change according to your dasha period and the time that you were born and your ascendant. So if you would like me to look into your chart deeper, then definitely book a consultation with me in the description here below so that we can look into your blessings and challenges. Alrighty, Pisces, those were your messages. Thank you so much for being here. Truly appreciate you. And if you like these messages, make sure to give me a like and a hype. And please let us know in the comments what is your wish for this powerful Jupiter in the sign of Cancer. So that is all, my brothers and my sisters. Thank you so much for being here for this powerful video on Jupiter exalted in the sign of Cancer. I really hope that it brought you guys understanding and love. Sending everybody so much love and light. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for the likes, the comments, and for hyping this video up. Sending everybody so much love, and I'll be seeing you guys on the next video. Hari Bol and Hari Krishna.